You can wear whatever you want, period. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Trisha Penn Jackson. I'm a licensed real estate agent in New York City, and I also write a fashion and lifestyle blog called feastandfashion.com. Here on my channel, we talk about fashion, we talk about lifestyle, we talk about travel, and we sprinkle in a little bit of real estate. So if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button to become a member of our tribe. Please hit that notification button to know when these videos drop, and please give this video a huge thumbs up to tell YouTube that you liked it. So today's video I'm super excited about is a trends video. We are going to talk about the popular trends for spring summer 2024. You know, I love doing these videos. I love forecasting the trends, even though I don't necessarily put so much weight into trends. It's really great to see and know what's going to be popular and in stores, just so that if it does fit your aesthetic and fit your wardrobe already, you can make sure that you wear that a little bit extra this season. So I'm giving you guys all the trends that I think are popular, and I did a lot of research for this video. So I went on, besides checking out the shows myself, because I'm a diehard like fashion girl, so I love seeing and watching a lot of the shows. You can do that if you are interested on Vogue.com. They have Runway, and also I think somewhere else has it too, but I can't remember right now. But I usually go on Vogue, and I go to Vogue Runway, and I see all the runways. So I actually used Vogue for this as research. I used Elle, I used Glamour Magazine, and I've used 5 different places. Glamour Magazine, Women's Wear Daily, and Who What Wear. So I went on all 5 of those sites and took out, you know, pieces and information about what they thought were trends and what would be trending, and I kind of aggregated this whole list based off of that information, and I have 11 trends, core trends that I think will be very popular and widespread this summer, spring summer. And within these trends, I want to mention that some of them are kind of like hyphenated, because I thought that, like I mentioned before, I went through multiple different sites, so some of the trends are very similar to others, so I kind of lumped them in together. But I hope that this helps you guys if you are interested in trends, or even if you are just wanting to know what's going to be new, what's happening, what's popular this season. This is the video for you. All right, so let's jump in. The first trend that I think is actually going to be one of the bigger trends of the year. So last year we had Barbiecore, which was super pink and girly and all that stuff. Well, this year we're going to stick into being like, it's going to be the year of the girl too, but in a different way. And this is actually going to be like our ultra feminine era. And what I mean by ultra feminine or romantic or girl core is what I'm calling that one category, is that it's going to be a lot of lace, a lot of frilly, a lot of things that are notoriously feminine, like florals. And when I mean florals, roses are super popular, and especially like 3D roses. We saw these at runways like Simone Rocha and Balmain. You get these 3D effect roses. Those are going to be super popular this year. And of course, bows. I mentioned in my last report, I think that was for fall winter of last year, that bows were very popular. Well, they're back, and we're not really back. They're still very popular. You're going to see bows everywhere. There's just a thing. I actually, speaking of bows, I still have bows on my nails from my Christmas nails, but they are going to be everywhere this season, and that is just because of this ultra feminine girl core girly. We're going back to our girly roots. I am not necessarily that girly girl with all of the frills and stuff like that. The roses for sure I can do. I love a rose. I love a 3D rose. You guys know I love my flowers, so that I will definitely dip my toe into when I do that. But more of like the lacy kind of, you know, romantic big dresses and stuff like that, I'm not necessarily that girl. But if you are, this is the trend for you, because it's going to be very popular this season. We also saw some of this from brands like Rich Quinn, Richard Quinn, who is obviously notorious for having very ultra feminine things anyway, but does it in a very quirky way. So love that. I'm definitely gonna see how I can incorporate it into my style a little bit more. Of course, I don't want to alter like what I like in my aesthetic too much, but it'd be fun. It's fun to play with trends and fun to just basically take what you like from a trend, or not do it. So yeah. The second trend I'm going to talk about, and again, this is like because I did see multiple or did do research on multiple sites. I've gotten like little pieces of things in here, and I made this on my own category, which are white dresses or the little white dress, and more specifically sheer white moments. So on the runways, we saw sheer white dresses and moments like this from brands like Prada, from brands like Stella McCartney. We saw it from Gabrielle Hearst. So all of these brands we've seen, they did the white dress. Like white dress is going to be so in, and it has a new modern twist where it's sheer. And now sheer can also be considered its own separate trend as well, because we were seeing sheer pieces in 2023 as well, but this year it's actually a little bit more modest, and we're seeing modesty in our sheer pieces, where you'll see maybe like a sheer skirt covered with a blazer, which is something I wore for Fashion Week last fall winter. We're also seeing sheer but a little bit more opaque, or sheer with like something underneath, or an underlying piece underneath. So that's what we're seeing for 2024 in that realm. So basically your white dress and have a sheer moment with it, and just sheer in general. So those two are kind of just lumped together because I just felt like they fit perfectly. So you have white dresses on one hand and little white dresses on one hand, and on the other hand you have sheer little white dresses and sheer pieces in general, like tops and pants and all those things. All right, the third trend I'm going to chat about is something that a lot of us are so over, but I'm sorry guys, it's not over. And that's quiet luxury. It's still here. It's here to stay, unfortunately. That old money aesthetic, which I feel like, it's very problematic to me. I think that calling it that anyway is very problematic, but it's here, and there's a slight twist to it, slight variation, where it's elevated basics. So, you have your basic coats, your basic pants, all those things, but they might have like a little bit of a twist to it, a weird design detail to it. We're seeing things like that at Gucci. Gucci used to be loud and proud. Was Alexandre Michele, who used to be the creative director of Gucci, but since he's left, the brand is a little bit more subdued, but you still see those little nods to the Gucci of the past. And then brands like Max Mara, they are known for this kind of, basic aesthetic anyway, but they always give their little elevated twist. So those are two brands that are doing this quiet luxury, but a little bit of an elevated twist to it. So it's not as boring as we've seen it in the past. But quiet luxury, nonetheless, is going to still be a very, very big trend this year. The next trend I'm going to mention is actually something, again, this is another category that I kind of meld together because I thought that they went very, very well. I saw the theme on multiple different websites, and I just think that it just encompass what this section I'm going to talk about is, and that is structural volume / draping. So those two I lump together because the structural volume pieces that were mentioned on both, I think, Women's Wear Daily and Vogue, I think also have that element of draping, and the element of draping was talked about in different sites like Who What Wear and what's talked about and Glamour magazine. Both talked about different types of draping. And we're seeing this from brands, our favorite brands, Y Project, Rick Owens does this so eloquently and amazing, Junya Watanabe, which is one of my faves, and Vivienne Westwood, who is a newer fave in my world, in my repertoire, since going to one of her sample sales and just reading up and learning a lot more about her. Last year I had no pieces. Now I have 3 pieces from Vivienne Westwood. Well, actually no, I lied. I had 1 piece from Vivienne Westwood before, which was a collaboration with Melissa's shoes, but now I have 3 pieces from her. But she does this sculptural draping situation very, very well with some of her tops. There are a couple of those tops in my cart right now on Essence. So let's see if those make it to the closet, because they are definitely in the cart already. But yeah, this sculptural draping situation is definitely going to be a huge trend, and I am here for this. I love a draping moment. I love the theatrics of what draping gives. And of course, the sculptural voluminous pieces are also super fun and something that gives a little bit of edge to an outfit. Because of the last trend that I mentioned, which is quiet luxury, we're seeing a lot more. I feel like fashion was getting a lot boring, getting a little bit more boring. But with this sculptural, voluminous pieces with all these drapings and all this, you know, this extra fabric, I think we're getting back to fashion being a little bit more fun again. So that is my trend number 4 for you guys. Number 5 might be my favorite on the list. No, it's one of my favorite on the list because you guys know that I'm this girl, and guess what color is in fashion right now? Yes, guys, green. Shades of green is back in style, back in season, even though it's never went out of style. You guys know that I wear green all the time, regardless of the season, regardless of the time. I love a green moment. You know, I'm kind of sad that, you know, red is not as dominant as it was. You can definitely still wear your red pieces. You can wear whatever you want, period. But green is definitely going to be a lot more popular this season, and I'm super excited. And it's different shades of green, which I love, because I feel like green in general is just a color that looks really, really good on my skin tone. Whether it's a lime green, whether it's a hunter green, whether it's a money green, which is my favorite kind of green. I call it money green, but it's really like a Kelly green, Kermit the Frog green, if you know what I mean. That rhymed. But I am just so excited for all the greens to come back in season. You guys know that I will be rocking that trend all season long. All right, the 6th trend that I'm going to talk about is also something that I'm actually excited that's back in to being popular, because it was kind of popular last year too, and that is metallics. So metallics are back in, and they haven't been out really because of the Renaissance fair, the Renaissance concert. I said Renaissance fair, guys. Where's my head at right now? Because of the Renaissance concert, metallics were in, and that silver, of course, you're going to see it everywhere. And I mixed metallics actually with sequins, because sequins also are super, super popular, and that way that you can do that metallic is with a sequin piece. So, and that's not just for, you know, we just finished the holidays, and of course sequins are definitely popular in the holiday season, but people are bringing them back and they're wearing them in their daily lives. So you can definitely take out those metallic pieces and those sequin pieces and wear those throughout your regular daily life. Like I love a pop of something in like normal clothes. Like going to work, I love to have like something that's out of the box, something that's fresh, that's fun, you know. And my clients, when I'm showing properties and stuff like that, they really appreciate these things. I get so many compliments when I'm wearing fun things with my clients. So it's fun for me, but it's even more fun when my clients sharing it and where people sharing it. So I know that if metallics and sequins and just standing out and having those pops are your thing, this is definitely going to be a trend for you, and you're going to be excited because it's in style. So we've seen this from brands like Akenbas, from Balmain, and from Coperni, which they've all been doing these beautiful metallic sequin moment. This Capri sequin dress is like so fabulous. They just do it for me. And I like Capri is a newer brand to me as well. I definitely I bought a piece from them last year, but they are definitely on my radar. I love their stuff and cannot wait to hopefully get more pieces from them. All right, the 7th trend on my list. This one is, you know, again, every trend is not for everybody. And this one, I don't know if it's really my thing. I do have a couple pieces in my wardrobe that I can say that kind of fits, you know, this trend. But fringe is back. And, you know, whether you like it or hate it, it's back. It's going to be in fun different ways. Of course, you got your suede fringe at different, you know, on different pieces, but it can be fringe in multiple different ways. And we've seen it on brands like Giorgio Armani. We've seen it on brands like Akenvoss. They've touched on this fringe trend, and then brands like Acris also did a little fringe moment. The Giorgio Armani moment is really pretty though. That aqua color is really, really pretty with the sequins. I told you guys, sequins, they're in. I'm telling you, with the sequins. But yeah, if you are into fringe, it's going to be a really big trend this year. And you know, it doesn't have to be the whole country cowgirl core trend, because that was last year and it's not this year. But you can do fringe in multiple different ways. I have fringe earrings. I have a pair of fringe sandals from Oscar de la Renta here. Like tons of different ways to rock fringe. All right, so the next trend I'm going to talk about is actually this. So I mentioned before that red, the bright red color that we all know and love is on its way out. Or, you know, obviously you can still wear it if you have it, because you can wear whatever you want. But instead of this red, another trend, another color that is in the red family is reigning supreme, and that is like a burgundy oxblood color, like the lippy I'm wearing today. That was not that was coincidental, but this is definitely going to be a trend this year, having these deeper, more plum colors. Plum, like, not plum, like I like to say oxblood, burgundy, just those rich red colors are going to be all popular this spring, summer, and I'm ahead of the curve as always. No, I just want to wear a dark lip, because with my, you know, I'm a little pale right now, and with this tan top, I was just like, let me do some of this, give me a little bit of definition, and this lip definitely did that. So yeah, so Oxblood's gonna be in. That you guys heard it here first. I'm not necessarily big into that color. I do have a few pieces actually. Let me, my little fur. This is a Mongolian fur stole that I got years ago at Nordstrom. I love it so much, and obviously it would be amazing. Now I'm gonna wear this because it's kind of cute with my outfit. It would be amazing for that trend. It's just I might wear this for Fashion Week, guys. Look at that. Look, you don't even know. You talk about stuff and you're like, oh yeah, and then you discover things in your wardrobe. Look at how that worked out. But yeah, Bordeaux, burgundy, oxblood, whatever you want to call it, it's definitely going to be in trend next season. All right, the next trend, again, it's something that I don't know if it's going to fit my aesthetic very well. When they were out when I was a little kid, it wasn't really my thing, and they came back out, I think, in early 2000s, and I definitely steered away from it because it's not my thing. And those are capris, or pedal pushers, or what else do you want to call them? What do they call them? Yeah, I mean, I guess that's what it's called. Capris, pedal pushers, those type of pants that are slim to your body and that stop just below the knee. just below. I don't necessarily like these kind of pants because I feel like as a taller girl and someone who is a little curvier, that they make you look a little stout. And I could see how it could work for a person who is a little shorter, because if you have shorter legs, you don't have as much, leg space to like be bare. But I'd rather do a short or a long pants. I'm not necessarily into capris, but if you are, they are in season, and we've seen them from brands like Meow, which is one of my newer favorite brands, and 3.1 Philip Lim has also done these capris on were featured in their 2024 spring summer line. All right, the next category, the next trend that I'm going to mention is actually something that's not, it's really it comes back every year for the spring. Like, it's not really a new trend. It's not something that's groundbreaking, like florals for spring, how groundbreaking. This is pastels for spring, how groundbreaking. Like, pastels are in for this season. But I did want to mention that one pastel in particular is actually going to have a moment. So I talked about green being a very popular color this season, and then I talked about oxblood or burgundy or merlot or Bordeaux red colored, that you whatever you want to call it, being very popular. Well, their pastel blue is actually going to be very, very popular and has been seen all across the spring summer 2024 runways, from places like Rick Owens, which notoriously does a lot of black, but he did pastels this season, which is very, very funny. Loewe, my favorite. You guys know I'm a Loewe girl. And Louis Vuitton also did a bunch of pastels, and more specifically this powder blue pastel colored pieces. So that is definitely going to be a trend this season. So if you are into it, you better get your pastels, making it wearable. I mean, pastels are already wearable. It doesn't necessarily mean, again, that you have to go out and buy these things. I'm more of a very saturated color kind of girl. But I can see myself with a powder, with a pastel kind of blue. And like, let me show you. I have a reference for a lot of things. Like, I'm saying I'm not that kind of girl, and then I can, like, I'm looking at my closet as I'm talking to you guys, and I see a piece that I can show you. Okay, so I was just looking at this blazer, which is a vintage blazer that I got. And of course, it's this pretty pastel blue color. Again, a lot of my pieces are saturated, but I got a couple. So this one, and then this one is not as pastel-y as that one, but I do think it still fits that kind of muted blue kind of vibe. Also another pastel type of blazer. And then I also have, where is it? Oh. Look, I just got these. I literally just got these today. So you're seeing them here first. These are just some workout pants that I got from Bandier, and they are pastel blue. I thought they were, I saw the color, I was like, these are cute. And I like that the band was kind of like this invisible band, but look at that. I'm already on trends and didn't even know it. So yeah, so that is the 10th trend on my list. And last but certainly not least on my list of 2024 spring summer trends that are going to be everywhere this season and that you can try if you like, if it's a part of your style. And that 11th one is actually shirts. Yeah, so when I say shirts, you're probably like, okay, well, wearing a shirt. No, what I mean are button-down shirts or polos. So I said shirts because those two are like their own separate trends, but like I just want to lump them together because it was just easier. So polos or polo style shirts and dresses are going to be very, very popular this season. We saw this from places, from people like Saint Laurent, Miu Miu, Gucci, Y Project, all of them on their 2024 spring summer runways had some type of polo shirt situation. And Y Project did it, and you know, did a little bit of edginess to, like they do to most of their pieces. They have they're notorious for doing these off-centered necks on their pieces, and they do a lot of polos, so they do off-centered necks on their pieces, and they did that again for their 2024 spring summer collection, and I love it. I love it. I think it's fun, it's fresh, it's quirky. You guys know I love a quirky moment, and they definitely give it to you. And of course, button down shirts. I have tons of shirts now, and I even have, now that I'm thinking about it, I have a blue shirt that's very like the muted blue blazer that I mentioned to you before. So shirts are in, your button down shirts. I mentioned in my fall winter staples that a white button-down shirt was definitely something that was in my wardrobe that is a staple. So these things are already going to be in my wardrobe already, so it's not going to be hard to incorporate. So I'm sure if you are like me, or you followed that video, or you saw that video, you already got some button-down shirts that you can wear because they're already going to be in our closet anyway. So yeah, so that is it for me. That was the 11th trend. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and please feel free to share it with a friend that you think would like it. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.